After Hyunwoo broke into Minho's room that day, he acted weirdly normal, like nothing had happened. Days passed. Vacation ended. Minho and Jisoo were busy again with their studies. Nothing strange happened, but Hyunwoo's forced normality grated on Minho's nerves. He knew Hyunwoo kept dropping hints about his feelings, but why couldn't he just say it? Was it because of that black hearts? Minho had had enough. He decided to force Hyunwoo, so he kept calling him brother. It was another quiet evening. Minho sat with Jisoo in the living room in Jisoo's house. From the corner of his eye, Minho saw Hyunwoo walked into the kitchen. Minho took that moment to continue the little mission he had planned. Turning to Jisoo, he spoke thoughtfully. "Sometimes, I feel jealous of you, Jisoo." Jisoo looked at him, eyebrows raised in surprise. "Why?" Minho smiled gently, his gaze drifting toward the kitchen. "Because you have a brother. I always wished I had a brother like Hyunwoo." Jisoo blinked. Minho gave him a quick wink, and Jisoo immediately understood. "Don't be sad. You're my best friend," Jisoo said warmly. "So my brother is literally your brother too." Minho chuckled softly. "Yeah, I already feel like Hyunwoo is my own brother." Just then, a sharp clatter of glass crashing echoed from the kitchen. Moments later, Hyunwoo stormed out of the kitchen, his eyes barely glancing at them as he passed. Then, they heard the heavy thud of his bedroom door. Jisoo and Minho exchanged a look. Mission complete. Hyunwoo was definitely angry. It was already evening when Minho stood in front of the mirror, frowning. He had only planned to step out for some snacks. But yesterday's rain had drenched his laundry completely. One by one, he checked the clothes hanging on the rack. Damp. Still damp. And then, his eyes landed on it. The only dry thing left. A white t-shirt, crisp and soft, with the word love printed boldly across the chest in deep black letters. Hyunwoo's gift. And it was screaming, "I'm in love with you," at full volume. Minho had no other choice. So he wore it. Then, threw a big, oversized hoodie on top. Zipped it up. Tugged the hood a little over his head. Perfect. Hidden. Safe. He stepped out into the cool dusk. But fate had a twisted sense of humor. Because just as Minho turned the corner near the hospital entrance, someone called his name. "Minho." He froze. Hyunwoo stood there, hair slightly messy from a long shift. He blinked slowly, eyes narrowing at Minho. "Is that?" His gaze dropped to the shirt peeking out beneath the hoodie. His eyes locked in on the hem. "The shirt I gave you?" Minho pulled the hoodie tighter around himself like a turtle. "No, it's not." Hyunwoo took a step closer, head tilted. Calm. Calculating. Dangerous. "Take off the hoodie." "Are you crazy?" Minho turned to bolt. But Hyunwoo was faster. His hand reached forward and casually unzipped Minho's hoodie halfway before Minho yelped and slapped his hand away. "What the hell are you doing?" Minho barked, pulling the zipper back up defensively. Hyunwoo just raised an eyebrow. "You're wearing it." "Because all my clothes were wet," Minho muttered. "Excuses." Hyunwoo chuckled. "Shut up." Minho frowned. Hyunwoo's expression didn't change, but his voice dropped low. Firm. "Get in the car." Minho blinked. "What?" Hyunwoo nodded toward the sleek, dark car parked at the curb. "Now. I just came out for chips." Before he could protest any further, Hyunwoo grabbed his wrist and dragged him toward the car, like they were in a heated couple's fight on national TV. "People are looking," Minho muttered. "Let them." Hyunwoo opened the passenger side door and all but pushed Minho inside. And without another word, he got in, started the car, and drove. The car was quiet, but thick with tension. Minho sat there, arms crossed, hoodie zipped all the way to his neck like it was a bulletproof shield. Hyunwoo didn't speak, didn't push, but he kept glancing sideways at him. Finally, at a red light, he reached over slowly and tugged the zipper down just a few inches. "Stop," Minho hissed. "I just want to see it," Hyunwoo said quietly. Then, the car slowed to a stop on the quiet, isolated road, surrounded by trees swaying in the evening breeze. Minho stared out the window, heart pounding. The stupid bold letters on his shirt, "Love," felt like they were glowing now that Hyunwoo had seen them. Hyunwoo turned off the engine and leaned slightly toward him. "Minho." Minho immediately held up a hand. "Don't look at me like that." Hyunwoo smiled and said softly, "You look good in it than I imagined." Minho forced a smile and said, "I forgot to thank you that day." "Thanks, brother, for the weird and embarrassing gift." Hyunwoo flinched like he'd been stabbed. He turned to Minho with tired eyes. Minho, don't call me brother. Minho leaned back in his seat, crossing his arms. Why not? Hyungwoo's voice dropped, quiet and sharp. Because I don't need an idiot like you as my brother. Silence fell like a curtain between them. Oh, that's it, Minho scoffed, turning away. Hyungwoo reached out and gently turned Minho's face back toward him, forcing him to look into his eyes. Minho, he whispered, are you afraid of what you're feeling? What? I don't feel anything. Minho's words cut through the air like a blade. Hyungwoo froze. Minho gave a crooked smile. Oh, I get it. You mean our bromance. Hyungwoo's face darkened. Is this a joke to you? He asked, voice trembling. Am I? Minho looked down. His throat tightened. I want to go now, he said quietly, reaching for the door. Hyungwoo grabbed his wrist. Don't hurt me like this, he whispered. Minho didn't answer. He slowly pulled his hand free, opened the door, and ran away. Jisoo's birthday was coming. Minho had been saving for a while, just enough for something decent. He settled on a wallet. Jisoo had complained about his old one for months, but never replaced it. It felt like the kind of gift that would shut him up, at least for a while. Still, Minho's mind kept drifting. To Hyungwoo. Without thinking too hard, he bought a bottle of perfume for Hyungwoo. He wrapped it neatly and slipped a note inside. For annoying me always. Try not to throw this one away. The hard part was figuring out how to give it to him. Handing it over would be a disaster. Hyungwoo would either stare at it or toss it, just to be difficult. So Minho got sneaky. That afternoon, he stopped by Jisoo's place. Jisoo was in the shower. Hyungwoo, already dressed for his hospital shift, was just about to leave. Minho waited. As soon as the front door clicked shut behind him, Minho moved. He walked into the kitchen, pulled out Hyungwoo's favorite coffee mug, and tucked the box behind it, just out of sight. He'll find it tonight, Minho thought. He always makes coffee before bed. That night, as Minho lay in bed, the glow of his phone's screen lit up the dark. It was Hyungwoo. Nice try. Attached was a photo. A perfume bottle sitting at the bottom of the trash bin. Minho sat up in bed, eyebrows knitting together, breath catching in his throat. That bastard. He knew Hyungwoo did it on purpose, just to get a reaction out of him. Are you serious? Minho replied. Did you really think I'd keep a gift from you? Hyungwoo typed back. Minho scoffed. Okay, do whatever you want. I don't care, bro. Hyungwoo's reply came instantly. Bro. Minho smirked at his phone. Then, another message popped up. You still think of me as a brother, huh? Minho chuckled, typing back. What else? My bestie's brother is my brother. Am I wrong? Then no reply. Minutes later, there was a knock on the window. Minho turned, startled. It was nearly midnight. Outside, in the dark, stood Hyungwoo, eyes burning. Minho, open up. His voice was sharp. Minho opened the window. Cold air rushed in. So did Hyungwoo. His hair was slightly messy. But his eyes, God, his eyes were burning. Then, without warning, he grabbed Minho's wrist and yanked him close. Say it again, Hyungwoo growled. Minho blinked. Say what? That I'm your brother. Minho smirked, pulling his wrist free. You're acting crazy. Hyungwoo's jaw tightened. You don't get it, do you? Get what? Minho snapped. Hyungwoo exhaled sharply. Fine, I'll show you. Before Minho could react, Hyungwoo kissed him. Desperate. Rough. Like he'd been holding it in for years. Minho froze, breath caught in his throat. Then Hyungwoo pulled back just enough to whisper, breath shaking. Now tell me, am I still your brother? Minho couldn't speak. His lips parted, but no sound came. Hyungwoo's gaze searched his. I knew it, he whispered. He kissed him again, softer, slower this time, but still burning. His lips brushed against Minho's jaw and his neck. Minho, he whispered. A shiver ran down Minho's spine. Hyungwoo's fingers tightened around his waist, holding him in place, like he was afraid he'd slip away. Then, in a voice barely above a whisper, he said it. You're mine. In the next second, he kissed him again. When they finally pulled away, breathless, his forehead rested against Minho's. No brothers anymore, he murmured, his thumb brushing against Minho's cheek. He kissed him again, and again, but suddenly, Hyungwoo stepped back, eyes full of something close to pain. Minho, I'm sorry, he whispered, voice cracking. I crossed the line. Then he turned, climbed through the window, and vanished into the night. Minho didn't move. His chest ached with everything left unsaid. Hyunwoo had stolen Minho's first kiss. And without even trying, Hyung-woo had claimed his whole damn heart.
I'll find you against the